Alright, so what I've done is I've got my frying pan out, I've got my pot out for the potatoes, I got the baking sheet out, and my wife has made clear to me that I need to coat it or cover it with the aluminum foil. So my wife I have to listen to because she's right. Anyway, so now we're going to fix to get started getting everything prepared, and you'll see that just a second. Alright, starting out, the first thing it says is to preheat the oven to 425 degrees. Alright, so we come over here to the oven, and I'm gonna put it on bake, and I'm gonna up it to 425. Now what it'll do is it's gonna sit there and beep at us when it's preheated. Next, wash and dry all produce, which is done. Trim and have the Brussels sprouts. Well, alright, there it is. Cut them in halves like that. Alright, next, mince or grate a clove olive. Alright, well here's my olive. So I'm gonna get my scissors out, open that up, and get one of these clove garlics out. Put that aside. Then, next thing it says is to have a zest and half a lemon. Let's get over here. And I'm gonna have the lemon. Okay, what's next? Let's see. Dice potatoes into 1/2-inch pieces. No need to peel. Now, they say no need to peel. I got stuck with this, but that's alright. I don't mind it. Not too much. Getting started is the hard thing. Once you get started, is like the old saying goes, once you get started, finishing will take care of itself. So I'll just get started. If it ain't perfect, yeah, well, y'all gotta understand, this old man's been doing a lot of eating over the years, but not very much cooking. But I do sharpen the knives. As y'all can tell, the knives are pretty sharp. I'm good at sharpening knives. Apparently, I started doing this with the HelloFresh. And they send me the ingredients and the instructions. Well, instruct recipes. I'm a computer programmer by nature. or trade. And to be honest with you, I'm alright following instructions, and HelloFresh does give me some very good instructions. Alright, so that's in the pot. Now, one thing I will say, folks, my wife tends to want to do the potatoes and all by herself. She loves the way she fixes mashed potatoes. And these little golden potatoes like that, and where it says don't have to skin them, you can mash them up and they actually turn out really good. So now we're supposed to melt a tablespoon of butter in the same pot. Oh, wait a minute, I skipped this part. Alright, so we want to place in the large pot with enough salted water to cover. Bring to a boil and cook until tender, 15-20 minutes. Reserve a half cup potato cooking liquid and then drain. Alright, well folks, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. My wife ain't probably gonna like it very well. She likes to do her own mashed potatoes her way. But we're gonna do it this way. Alright, so I'm gonna cover them. Okay. And I'm going to take some salt, and I'm going to salt it. Alright. Now y'all, I do love me some butter. I love me some good old-fashioned, good old butter. Not none of that margarine plastic butter. I'm talking about real butter. So now they're saying to melt a tablespoon of butter. Alright, well if you look, right there is your tablespoon stuff. Well, what I do is I cut along that line. That might be a little over a tablespoon, but that's alright. A little extra butter never hurt nobody. Because it ain't exactly square anyhow. My wife used it last, so I'm going to throw that in there. That's the potatoes and all. And I'm going to take me some salt and some pepper. And I'm just going to like throw a little bit in here. And let all that cook a little bit. That right there, and then you can't go wrong with no butter, salt, and pepper. It's just got the boiling. So we're gonna wait. Alright, so we're gonna wait 20 minutes. I just made a note of the time that it just started boiling. And I'm just gonna let her boil. That way she'll cook about 20 minutes and soften up, and we'll see how she turns out. What you think? Alright y'all, the taters is boiling and the Brussels sprouts, the oven's heated up. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them in the oven. Go ahead and get them started, because they got about 20 minutes worth of roasting to do. So now, marking the time, I see about both the taters and putting the Brussels sprouts in there take me about 20 minutes. So from there, let's just wait, and then we take the mashed potatoes out and do what we gotta do with them. So after that, we'll cook the meat, make the sauce, and hopefully everything comes out good. I'll let you know. Okay y'all, it's been about 20 minutes. Boiling pretty good. Potatoes look like they have boiled pretty well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it down to low heat. Sorry, got this thing on my chest. Anyway, then I'm gonna take it. Oh God, that's hot. Let's do this. Let's put the mitten on. That handle was kind of warm. And then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it over here. I got a colander set up in the sink, and the recipe says to take a half cup. So I'm gonna take a half cup of the potato juice. Okay. Now I'm gonna put the rest of it down in this colander. Let that kind of sit there a minute. Now over here it's telling me that I need to melt. Let's go look at it. So I need to melt, okay, in the same pot, I gotta melt a tablespoon of butter and add minced garlic for about 30 seconds. And return the potatoes to pot and mash with a potato masher until smooth, adding splashes of the reserved potato cooking liquid. Stir in sour cream, season with salt and pepper. Now, doggone, I can do all that. All right, tablespoon of butter. Let's start there. That pot's regular hot. So let's just take that little bit of butter that we had put up earlier. And as you can see, all you gotta do is right there on the line where it says 1 and then 2 tablespoons. So we'll just take that. Suits me. I love butter. Butter is good for you. I don't care what nobody says. Doctor kiss my butt. Butter is much better than margarine. All right, so we melt that in the pot. All right, that eye right there set on low now. All right, so we do that, and then what does it tell us to do? Minced garlic. All right, here's our minced garlic. So we can take it, add it to the pot. Then what? Cook until fragrant, about 30 seconds. And then return the potatoes to the pot and mash with a smasher. Well, I got one of them potato smashers. You know what, folks? It was in that same drawer, but I just didn't see it. But I got it right now, so we got our potato smasher. So we've got a pot. It's on low heat. And you can see the stuff's melting. So now I'm gonna go over here, get my colander out of the sink where I drained the potatoes, and I'm gonna put them back in. Okay. Now I take my potato smasher and I'm just gonna get started mashing taters. Right? Now if it gets a little thick, whatever, that's fine, because what we're gonna do is it tells us to add the sour cream. So we're gonna mix up some sour cream in here. And you know, my wife always said, why would you put sour cream in mashed potatoes? Well, why do you put sour cream in a baked potato? Potato's a potato, right? So we do that. All right, we got that. Now, we can take a little bit of the sauce and kind of sprinkle it on there and mash it all up. Oh, I know you ain't got smell-o-vision, but I tell you what, That sour cream going in them potatoes more would make you hungry. Alright. Maybe a little more, because does that look a little dry to y'all? Or have come over here and dumped too much in, and then it got soupy. And my wife said I wasn't making potatoes, mashed potatoes, I made potato soup. Well, trying to do a little bit better this time, y'all. But we'll see. The proof is in the pudding, as they say. Well, in this case, I guess it's the proof is in the mashed potatoes. Now, that's dang near a little bit warm. I want to get it smooth. Alright, now they say to cover it and set it off the heat. So I'm going to set it over on there. I'm going to turn that eye off. So now that pot's sitting there. Alright, next thing is we got to check our Brussels sprouts and lemon in the thing. And guess what, folks? Looks pretty daggum good right there. I'm gonna go ahead and take that out. Let that sit there and cool. Cause that right there looks pretty daggum good to me. I like them a little brown like that. I don't know what the lemon juice is doing. It's kind of turned brown. I might have screwed that up, but we'll just wait and see. Anyhow, I'm gonna let that sit there and cool. Next thing will be to cook the meat. I'll get started on that here in a minute. Alright, first thing we're gonna have to do is I'm gonna turn this front oven on to medium high heat, which is usually on my oven is between 7 and 6, whatever. And then it says that we need to pat the meat down to dry it out. So I'm gonna bring the meat over here. I'm gonna take my scissors. I'm gonna open up my pack. Let's see if we can get the meat out of there. May not have cut down far enough. Nope, didn't. Okay, so let's cut a little more. I want to be careful because I don't want to spill all that juice everywhere. Alright, now I can take this guy out. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, this is what I normally do. Now, I didn't do it like I normally do. I'll take a paper plate like this, set it down here, and I'll go get me a couple paper towels like this, and then I'll throw them down there like that. Then I'll take the meat out like this. Here's the other one. I'll go ahead and get it out and set it down there like that. And then this one and the little trash ones, I just throw over here in the bag. Now, of course, you got your mess on your hands. Now, normally, if I'm doing like chicken or pork, I have my hand sanitizer, and what I'll do is just kind of, after I've handled the chicken or pork, that way we kind of do away with the salmonella and stuff. But you know, it's okay. It's just beef. All I can get is mad cow disease, but they swear up down humans can't get it. Anyway, now what I'll do is I'll take another paper towel and I'll just pat that rascal down like that. Just pat him down. Best thing to do on these guys, do you some salt and pepper. Now you ain't gonna hurt it, because when you go to cook this rascal, that salt and pepper gonna make him taste so good. Alright, so throw you some salt on there. Throw you some pepper. And just be ready to enjoy some good old steak. All right, so now we heating this thing up medium heat, and then we're going to take it says large drizzle of oil. All right, so I'm taking some of this vegetable oil. And it says large drizzle. Now, I don't know how to put a small drizzle, so large drizzle is good for me. Alright, so I put that in there. And I just kind of coat the pan with it. Well, y'all, throw me some steak in there. I just love me some good old steak. Now get rid of this. Get rid of these. Because I'm just going to sit here and let this thing cook. After it's done cooking, then I'm going to set it in that same plate. But I'm gonna sit there and let that thing cook slowly. Alright guys, it looks to me, I'm gonna flip it over one more time. A little bit more blood. I'm gonna let it cook just a little bit longer on that side. But they look like they're getting very well cooked. I mean, I love that about HelloFresh. Look at the thick cut of beef that they send you. It's awesome. I'm gonna tell you what, my wife and I, a lot of times we'll cut this up and share it, like with our daughters and granddaughters and stuff like that. HelloFresh, even though it's just like this is supposed to be for 2 people, God mighty, a lot of times we have to split it up and let our kids share in it too, because we can't eat it all. Either that or we have leftovers. But I'm gonna tell you what, this is a beautiful cut of meat. You look at it, I mean, I don't know if you can tell in this video or not. Look at that, that's a big old nice thick cut of meat right there. That's nice. Oh, yeah, that's nice. That's what you talk about being a good value for your money. Now, I ain't long from taking these out and fix up the plate. Now, I've already fixed up this plate with the Brussels sprouts and the roasted lemons. I don't know what the roasted lemons are supposed to be. So, I'm just saying, you can mix that sauce up or do without it. Right now, I probably won't do the sauce. And the reason being is because I love their steaks. And it don't need a whole lot of anything to it. It's just good beef. So anyhow, y'all stay tuned. I'll update you on how everybody liked it.